Okay, this is video number 4 on linear quadratic systems. So here we have a quadratic given to us today. Now, what makes this one tough, guys, is this first equation right here is actually not even a regular quadratic parabola. It's actually an ellipse, as you'll see as the video continues. Okay, but we do have this linear equation here we're going to work with. So the first step is always to solve for either x or y, whichever frankly is easier to do. So hopefully you'll agree I'm going to minus 3y both sides, and x is going to equal 1 minus 3y. Now that I know x is 1 minus 3y, wherever I see an x, like right there and right there, I'm going to put in 1 minus 3y. So here we go. We got 5x squared. Well, wait a minute. What is x? That's right. X is actually 1 minus 3y squared. Then we have a plus y squared. A minus 4x. Wait a minute. What's x again? 1 minus 3y. A minus 74y minus 1 equals 0. So what we basically did, guys, is take the first equation right there, and wherever I saw x, I plugged in 1 minus 3y. Now continuing on here, what makes this equation or problem a little bit tougher is I have to square that. So over here, let me clean up my little mess here. So over here in purple, I'm actually going to square that. I'm going to take 1 minus 3y times 1 minus 3y. And to save a little time, hopefully you agree, I'm going to use distributive property like so. Okay. And if you do it correctly, you're going to end up with a 1 minus 3y, a minus 3y, plus 9y squared. And minus 3y is a minus 6y. Now I'm going to take this result right here, and if you notice in the original equation, follow the gold, I have a 5 I have to times it with. So as I write it down here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 5 as well. So I'm going to take 5 times 1 and get 5. 5 times negative 6y, get negative 30y. 5 times the 9y squared, and get 45y squared. I still have right here a plus y squared. Right here, I'm going to do my own distribution property again. That's going to be a negative 4. That's going to be a 12 plus 12y. I still have right here negative 74y minus 1 equal to 0. So finally, I gotten my parentheses and my distributive property done. And now it's just a matter of combining like terms. I have a 45y squared and another y squared there. That makes 46y squared. I have, follow the green, a negative 30y there, a 12y there, which makes negative 18y, and another negative 74. By the way, if you're bad with integers, use your calculator, especially with these negatives. But that negative 74 with the 12, with the negative 30y, is negative 92y. And I hope you notice that the 5 in front minus 4 minus 1 is, of course, 0. So we have it equal to 0. Now we can solve it. Now I could use a quadratic formula right here, guys. But instead, I'm going to factor. I notice that 92 is 46 times 2. 92 is 46 times 2. So what I can do now is I'm going to do a GCF factoring with 46y. And And that leaves me a y minus 2 equal to 0. And follow the purple here, guys. Hopefully you understood right in here how I factored out a 46y. Now finishing up, go back to gold here. I know 46y can equal 0 only if y equals 0. And I know y minus 2 right there can only equal 0 if y equals positive 2. Now, I'm not quite done yet because these are only my y values. Okay, so I have to plug them in. And if you follow the green, I'm going to use what I had in red there, that 1 minus 3y, because that equals x, right? So I'm going to plug them in. So since I don't have a lot of space, guys, I'm going to go to another screen here. And we agree that y equals 0. And we agree that y equals 2. We also agree, if we follow right here, that x is 1 minus 3y. So if x equals 1 minus 3y, let's plug in that 0 there. 1 minus 3 times 0, which is 1 minus 0, which means 1. So notice I have 1 for x when y was 0. There is one of our solutions. Next, let's do the y equals 2 right here. I know x equals 1 minus 3y again. 1 minus 3 times 2 is 1 minus 6, which is negative 5. So a negative 5 for x came from y equal to 2. And that again is my second solution. So I have 2 points right here, guys. And these are my 2 solutions. Now, putting it all together, guys, please pause the video, by the way, right now if you need to, because I'm going to change screens. But putting it all together, guys, notice here's the actual graph. Okay? And if you notice here, right there is where they cross, as well as right here is where they cross. And notice, follow the gold, where they intersect, guys, where they intersect is exactly the same result we got right here and right here. 1, 0 and negative 5, 2 is exactly what we got in the graph. So guys, please watch this video again if you need to. Take notes on it. Make sure you get good at solving linear quadratic systems.